If you're a Dion nigga that is sitting in my DMs asking me for sex, honey, for sex, the answer to that is no, and the door is right there, right there. Now feel free to carry yourself out that door. Why? Because I'm lesbian. Yeah, I'm lesbian. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but what can I do about it? I'm lesbian. Like, I'm lesbian.
All these niggas always fold, big bang, never fold, sip, act, feel that shit slowly, bitch. Said she like my clothes, I'm London, young Cardi Globe, designer is on, call it dirty laundry. All these bitches want young Cardi, hey young Cardi, what? Young Cardi.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Gii Fentii with a new video. This video is gonna be kind of different. Well, it's gonna be different because every video doesn't have to be different. But it's a story time on how I discovered that I was transgender. So it's gonna be a story time from my childhood up to now. That's it. That's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So let's take it back when I was 9 years old, when I first started like discovering the things I liked. I was 9, playing with my mom's heels, her dresses, her makeup, whatever. And I would always sneak into her room just to go play with her makeup because she's the one that had access to it, so I'm gonna go use hers. And yeah, I was just playing with her makeup, putting on her lipstick, putting on her dresses, her heels, whatever, dancing around because, you know, I was part of that thought life back then as well. Just kidding. But I was just like, you know, having fun because, you know, I always like to have fun. Even when I was like younger, I always loved having fun. I was more independent, but I loved having fun. But yeah, and I was one day playing with my mom's heels and her dresses, and it was when I was in her room by myself. And she was somewhere. I forgot where she was at, but she was somewhere else. And it was just me. It was just like me in the room by myself. And I was just, you know, chilling, playing with her dresses. And then, boom, dynamite, hun. Boom, dynamite. My dad walks in. My dad literally walks in. He sees me spinning around in her heels. He grabs me by my leg. And he literally pulls me to the floor. He takes off my mom's heels. And he starts smacking me with his bare grown man hands on my legs, like literally giving me red marks on my legs because he's transphobic and homophobic. He doesn't want any of his kids being gay or trans. That's the kind of Dominican that he is. He's Dominican, so he's gonna be like that. So my mom walks in, she sees him doing that. She literally pushes this man. Not aggressively, but she just pushes him off me, and she grabs me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine, whatever." I was crying because it hurt like crazy, because, you know, bare hands on my 9-year-old flesh skin was literally painful. And she was just like, "Don't you ever lay a hand on my son ever again," because she was just an overprotective mother. She's just like that. She still is to this day. And he was just like, "You know I don't like that. You know that could lead to him being gay, this and that." And she was like, "Doesn't matter. He's your son. You don't ever hate your son because of that." And then, ever since then, my dad looks at me in such dirty ways, but I don't care, because I'm still that bad bitch. And he just can't help himself to just look at me dirty because he's mad. He's envious because I can actually be happy and while living in the house that he's living in. So he's mad. And that makes me so happy. Honestly, just seeing him get mad at me makes me so happy. Fast forwarding to 8th grade, I had discovered Caitlyn Jenner and Gigi Gorgeous. Well, the end of 8th grade, I had discovered both of those two, and until this day, they're still my role models. Like, I still look up to them every single day. I discovered I'm not certified gender. What the hell was I talking about? I discovered Gigi Gorgeous on YouTube because I was watching one of Kylie's videos one day, and she was in them, and then I started scrolling down through Kylie's comments, and I seen that it said that she was trans, and I was just like, what? This white bitch is trans? What the fuck? I was shook because she didn't look like a trans. Like, she looked like a whole bitch. Like, you know what I mean? She looked like a whole female, and I was shook because back then I didn't know like back then when I was in 8th grade I did not know the transitioning was actually possible. So I was shocked. I was like, wow, they could really make guys into girls. Like what? So then I started keeping up with Gigi, and I was like in love with this girl because she really had like that I'm happy, I'm finally happy vibe. Like she gave all like that good vibe type of vibe. And I was just like in love with her. I didn't watch Caitlyn Jenner that much, but like I watched Gigi Gorgeous and I still do every single day. I watch her videos just to like keep up with her. And I was in love with her because like she's so cute and she's like so freaking nice and she's so blunt and like open about everything, which I freaking love. And yeah, like I was just keeping up with her because she was like my #1 role model until this day. She still is. And I was just keeping up with her lifestyle, whatever, and her like all her like past life experiences, whatever. And I was like, man, like in 8th grade, I was just like, man, like I could really relate with this chick because everything that she's gone through, I've gone through too, and I'm going through right now as well. So it's just like I could really relate with her, and I was just like in the head, in my head, the thought of being trans was definitely at its highest point because I was like in such a like I was being introduced to someone that really I could really like extremely relate with, and it felt good. I could finally find someone to actually relate with, and I was happy. So yeah, like that's when I first discovered Gigi Gorgeous, and I was just like in love ASF, and I still am. So yeah, that's when like I first started thinking of being trans was a thing for me, a possible thing. It's now sophomore year, and I had finally came out as bisexual to my best friend. Yeah, and she was okay with it. She supported me, whatever. Um, and then time passed, and I was like finally comfortable with myself. And then that's when I was just like, surprise, bitch, I'm gay. And she was still on board. She was just like, I already knew. I was just giving you time. She was going with the flow, whatever. And then it was the end of sophomore year going into my junior year. That's when I had more time to think to myself, you know, like plan my life out, whatever, because, yeah. And that's when, like, that whole thought of being trans kept coming. It just kept coming and shooting me in the fucking face and saying, you're trans, you're trans, you're trans, you're trans, you're trans. And then I was just like, I've had it. So then I went on Google and I just like searched up on like the definition of trans. And that's when I read the definition of trans and I was just like, girl, like, finally, I know what I am. And then Google pretty much confirmed it for me. I mean, like, Gigi kind of gave me like a base, like a foundation to kind of like start thinking more often, and like she kind of like put it out there for me like this is what you might be. But when I went on Google and I searched it up like a legit definition of trans, that's when I found out. I was just like Google like verified it for me because I first had thoughts of it, but then Google verified it that I was trans. And do not think it's one of these things where it's just like you let the internet brainwash you into thinking things. No, sis, I've been known. I've been known I was trans. I just didn't know what trans was. I knew that I wanted to be a female, but I just didn't know that was possible. But yeah, like I've known that I liked doing female things and wanted to be a female for like almost about to be 9 years because I'm about to be 18 in March. I've known for 9 years that I wanted to be a female. I discovered 2 years ago that that's what I was going through. That's what I was. That I discovered that I was transgender. I finally put an end to my mystery. I finally knew what I was. That's what I discovered 2 years ago. But I've been known almost my whole life that I wanted to be a female. I just didn't know like the actual name of it and what exactly I was. If that makes sense. Does it make sense? It makes sense. But yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, that's when I discovered that I was trans. Google pretty much verified it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I discovered that I was trans by two sources, Google, Gigi Gorgeous. Gigi just laid it out for me. She was like, this is what I went through, so you might be going through the same thing, so you might be transgender as well. As to Google, Google gave me like a legit definition. So once I read the definition, I just thought to myself, based on what I know of what I've gone through and like based on what I know about myself, I pretty much put my life in Google's hands, literally. And I just was like, okay, if like since Google is pretty much giving me like the legit like Google gave me like the legit definition of it, so therefore I knew myself pretty well already. So I was just like, okay, so I am transgender, and it could have been a stage, but it's not. I still to this day know that I'm transgender. So I trusted Google and I trusted myself based on what I know about myself, and I just confirmed it that I'm trans. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's how I discovered that I was trans. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something about this video, because this video, it's kind of, it definitely is educational in so many ways. So if you didn't learn something about it, like if you didn't learn anything about trans people in this video, then suck. I'm sorry to say that, but suck. But yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly subscribe, because that does, it'll eventually help me. But you know what I mean. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to share ideas with me future videos. But until I see you guys in the next video.